Hey everyone, it's Mike here, and just making a quick video. I wrote down some stuff on this index card last night that I thought would be beneficial to a lot of you guys that watch me here on YouTube. You know, as many of you know, I'm a family man. I've got a wife, and I've got two kids, and living the life, guys. You know, just living the life. But you know, with this business of reselling, it's definitely doable, it's attainable, and sustainable, right? And I just want to go over some things here that might help you if you're just starting off and you're trying to raise your family, maybe you're trying to raise your kids, and you know, all this stuff like that, because there's ups and downs. You know, that's the biggest thing, is that with this business, me doing this over 17 years full time, you know, is that there is a lot of ups and downs, and especially when I first started, because I had to put this inventory online. And nowadays, you know, there's still a struggle to some extent. It's just, you know, I've got more things listed, so there's a lot more opportunities. But you know, my family's been always supportive to me, and they're the number one thing in my life that drives me to succeed with reselling and to go out there every day, find products to sell, list items, you know, spend those long nights till 2 to 3 in the morning listing things. It's the drive I have to give my family a better life, right? You know, if you use reselling to your ability, whether it's part-time or it's full-time, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you can make some impact financially for your family, right? And it's just all about, really, it's up to you in terms of how much dedication you're going to put into it. You know, how much effort you're going to put into it. Are you finding the right items? So on and so on. But, you know, I've been able to support my family, guys, for 17 years reselling, right? And there's been the highlights, and then there's been just like disasters. Fights break out between me and Kim about money early on, you know? Oh my God, how are we going to pay this bill? Getting all stressed out and everything like that. And we just overcame it all. You know, no matter what the cost was at the end of the day, we basically just kept pushing forward. And I always had the support of my family, Kim, my kids, my mom, to go out and do this. And that's been the driving thing here of going, man, I have no other choice. I don't want to fail this business. I want to succeed. I like having this lifestyle of freedom that I can kind of really do what I want when I want. But at the end of the day, there are ups and downs, right? And there's a lot of positives and negatives to running a full-time business, and especially raising your family, right? I get to spend more time with my kids. That was the biggest thing, right? And I got to spend time with them when, at the typical place I used to work at, I was traveling. I'd spend 2 months in China, a month in Italy. And I was constantly traveling across the country here, and just I didn't have the time and the luxury to watch my kids grow up. So when I switched over and I started reselling full time, I was able to do that, right? So I got to see them, you know, in the diapers and the formula and doing all this great stuff. And I'm glad that I did this, because if I didn't, I would have missed out on the simpler things, like taking my son to his first baseball game, or my daughter her first cheer thing, right? So there's a lot of benefits to all this. At the same time, you know, it's hard work, is what I'm trying to say. But there was also times where I took time away from my family, right? I was so into the reselling grind that, I mean, I would go 12 hours in the garage or in my spare bedroom or even at my shop in Chicago when I had that, and I ignored my family. I was so into making money and so into growing my business that I neglected my family, you know. And it's one of the biggest struggles I have personally, because I'm a committed person where when I get into something, I want to finish it, right? And then I want to keep improving on it, improving on it. A lot of times that means is to keep listing more things, getting more done than you got done yesterday, right? So this is a problem I still face with today, in terms of just, you know, not spending the quality time I need with my family because I'm so overwhelmed with my business, right? And I think that's to have a balanced lifestyle with your family and everything like that. It's good to have that breakaway time, spending time with them, you know. I mean, we live in a fast-paced world here, guys, where, I mean, you know, we don't have set dinner times, right? I mean, everybody's running around. My daughter's got cheer, and she's got this going on after school. So we're all kind of got our own lives going together, but we always take some time to talk to each other and spend some time with each other. I think it's important to do that. You know, I supported Kim through college with this. You know, she stayed at home and she was going through taking the college courses. Reselling got me to where my wife right now is a teacher in Arizona. We moved out to Arizona here so she could become a teacher. She could fulfill her dream, right? That's huge, right? That's the one thing I wanted to give to her. When we first got married, you know, she couldn't finish college. We went out in the work field, and one of her big regrets is that she never finished schooling to become a teacher. So it took, I think, 15 years after the fact, and she finally was able to accomplish that by us reselling, right? managing our money, managing our time, getting in that position where she was able to live her dream now, right? I've been able to help my son. You know, he's got some health problems that are on and off from time to time. I remember one day in particular, God, a long time ago, he had seizures at 10 o'clock in the morning. If I was at work or somewhere else, who knows what would have happened, you know? I mean, he had a full-blown seizure, and I'm holding him, and he was pretty much lifeless, blew my arms. I'm calling 911, I'm freaking out, I'm like, oh my God. I was there when that happened. If I wasn't there, oh my God, who knows what would have happened? So being able to be there for my son when he needs me, like recently he's been having some health issues. He hasn't gone to school one day yet out here, and since school started, he's now enrolled in homeschooling, right? My daughter, she's in the top 1% of her class, all right? Just a straight A genius. And it's all from just, you know, instilling family values, learning about hard work, you know, putting the time and effort into it, grinding, hustling. You know, it's pushed off from me and Kim to our kids, you know. But reselling gave me the opportunity, like I am right now, you know, staying home with my son, making sure he's doing his homeschooling, right? Making sure he's on the computer, making sure he's knocking out all his stuff. If I was working somewhere else, there would be nobody to have to watch him, right? At the end of the day, what I'm saying is I wouldn't be as successful as I am today, guys, without the simple fact that my family was supportive. And they were supportive of me and my journey with reselling because, you know, they believed in me. They really believed in me. And I think anybody out there that's maybe starting this as new or they've been doing this for a while, they know that the real reason, their drive, their motivation is to, you know, is that they need the support of their family. They need the support of their family, their loved ones, their friends, their wife, their girlfriend, to really be successful. So, guys, I'm 40 years old, and I'm enjoying life right now. Obviously, I want to be down the road somewhere. I want to be doing something completely on a smaller scale. I want to be able to enjoy life more. And as more and more I start getting hardcore with my reselling business, I'm always looking back saying, one of my goals is to kind of scale back a little bit here. Step away, maybe have other people handle aspects of my business so I can enjoy life when I'm 50, 60, right? Because with this reselling business, at least for me, it's a lifestyle, right? You buy something for 10, you sell for 100. You know, where else can you go and do this? It's like stock markets, right? But enjoy it while you have it. Make sure you're not overwhelming yourself with work where it's affecting your family, because that could be a major problem, right? Make sure you're always talking to your wife, your girlfriend at night. You know, go to bed at normal hours. Don't start freaking out and go, oh my God, eBay's not working. Just sometimes eBay doesn't. Some days you go, there's no sales. What are you going to do, right? The world's not ending. Just that's part of the business here. That things change, and not every day you're gonna hit home runs. Not every day you're gonna make 10 grand, right? So just take the time to enjoy the little things in life, and while you're out there being one of the lucky ones that can actually go out and do this. Feel blessed. I feel blessed every day I wake up that I can wake up, literally walk around in boxers, Under Armour shirt, tank top, and list things and make money from my home while I get to spend time with my family, right? And not have the worries of a boss running down, in the back of my ear screaming at me, you gotta get this done, TPS reports, blah, 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 right? This is the luxury we have, and I feel blessed. And I know a lot of you guys that watch this channel, you feel blessed too. So one of the biggest things that always bothered me, guys, throughout this business is I went through depression, right? Things wouldn't sell. I would go, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it just drove me nuts. So to the point sometimes I got sick. I had to go see a doctor, right? Because it was just consuming me. And once I got over that fear of let's just let it play out. It'll all work out. As long as I'm putting in the time, the effort, the dedication, all of this will work out in the end, right? And we'll be financially stable. We'll be able to pay all of our bills. We'll be able to do this. We'll be able to do that. So for you guys that are out there, maybe you're depressed at night or you're on the verge of giving up, just remember I've been there, right? And at the end of the day, you got to fight through with it. Again, just feel blessed that we can do this for a living, guys, that we can go to the thrift stores and pick up people's used stuff, right? Go to garage sales and get away with making money on this, guys. So biggest thing here, guys, is the freedom. We're no longer able to have, we're not a slave to the environment. We're not a slave to the corporation, And that's the one big benefit of me doing this is that I'm free. I'm free from corporate people. I'm free from the bosses. But the most important thing for me is I can spend time with my family, and they're so important to me, guys. So I appreciate you guys watching here today. I know it's a little lengthy and kind of maybe a different video that you're not used to hearing from me, but I just want to talk about these things. And I think with a lot of the stuff that's coming out my channel, you're going to see me kind of open up more into different being personable, you know, honestly, telling you my stories, my kind of what's going on, my downfalls, my highlights, stuff like that, and also tips and tricks on how to make money with reselling. Got some stuff coming out with Etsy and all types of stuff. More treasure trek videos. So again, guys, if you like this type of video, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. That really tells me, man, I like this mic. I want to see more, because you know, if you don't like it, hit the dislike too. None of this affects me, except I look at the likes and go, hey, if this worked and people really enjoyed this type of video, I'll make more like this, right? So guys, thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm out of here. Peace.